What's up everyone, Despair here. A little while ago, I made a video list of RTS games that deserve a sequel, and this time around, I wanted to work with the community to create a new video about some of your favorite strategy games that has not yet seen a sequel in some time. These games listed stem from base building RTS to real-time tactics to 4X based games. You guys voted, and let's see which strategy game deserves a sequel. Now, is it time to do your part? Today, we're diving into the arena of interstellar warfare and discussing a game that's filled the void for more bug blasting action. Starship Troopers Terran Command. Here's the deal, soldiers. It's time for a sequel, and let me tell you exactly why. First and foremost, the battles. Terran Command delivered the adrenaline-fueled campaign that is full of chaos of facing the Arachnid menace. With the intense tactical battles, deploying troops, and annihilating swarms of bugs, it's an experience that I believe begs for more. I think it's clear that the game filled in a niche that people never knew that they wanted. The consensus is clear that we as the players legit want more bug hunting action. Fans of Starship Trooper series love the game's intense battles, strategic depth, and also the memes that this game creates, with the nostalgic feel of the Starship Troopers universe. Now keep in mind, a sequel isn't just about repeating the same formula. Terran Command brought innovative features to the table. A sequel could take these to new heights, introducing new bug types, additional campaigns, new weapon types, and even more intricate strategies to keep us on our toes. Now let's talk about the narrative. Terran Command introduced us to a relentless fight against the Arachnid threat on the planet Korlasha, but the story is far from over. There are new threats to face, untold stories within the Starship Troopers universe that a sequel could explore, as in different planets, atmosphere, or even a direct attack on the planet Earth. Now, even though Terran Command is a single-player only game, imagine multiplayer co-op to squad up with your friends, coordinate attacks in a horde mode, and face off against each other in epic battles. But you could say that's why we have Starship Troopers Extermination. A sequel could elevate the multiplayer experience, turning it into a battleground where troopers can prove their skills in online PvP, or better yet, online PvPvE kind of mode. So soldiers or fans of Starship Troopers, it's time to get together and let's share and make sure that the developers know that we're ready for the next chapter in the Starship Troopers Terran Command series. It's time to do your part. Now today, I'm gathering you all to talk about a timeless classic series that's defined the art of empire building, which that is the Settlers. But here's the deal, we may not get that chance under Ubisoft with the latest in the series, the Settlers' New Allies, but we can with Pioneers of Pagonia, created by the original Settlers creator, Volkir Wertich. Hopefully I said his name right. First and foremost, let's talk nostalgia. Pioneers of Pagonia has been a beacon of joy for us strategy fans since its release in early access. The charming graphics, the intricate resource management, and the joy of constructing and creating your medieval empire. It's a trip down memory lane we all want to take again, which we wish would partake in the original Settler series. But keep in mind, it's not just about revisiting the past. Pioneers of Pagonia, with its release, has been a welcome addition in the strategy genre. From its detailed economy systems to the balance of peace and warfare, the game has set a high bar. As a true sequel to the Settler series, Pioneers of Pagonia has a chance to create new innovations, introduce fresh mechanics, and also challenges. Now, let's talk about the community. The passion for the Settler series is alive and well, but with the past release, players just want the Settler series to return to its roots. Now keep in mind, there are fans who constantly share their love for the series, discussing their favorite moments, screenshots, and most importantly, expressing their fervent desire for a new installment, which Pioneers of Pagonia is the series' spiritual successor. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is this, guys. If you want the original Settler series to return to its roots, then you can let Ubisoft know, because at this point, they don't even know what they like to do with the series. If you want to play its spiritual successor, then consider picking up Pioneers of Pagonia right now in early access. If you guys are as old as I am, then you may remember this gem of a game, as we're diving into the annals of some of gaming's history to talk about a masterpiece that has left a lasting impact. This game is called World in Conflict. With the resurgence within the RTS realm, I believe it's time for a sequel. Now let's go ahead and explore why. Let's go ahead and talk about the gameplay. World in Conflict revolutionized real-time strategy with its intense battles, urban warfare, and the sheer thrill of commanding diverse military units. A sequel could take this iconic gameplay to new and different heights, with updated gameplay and mechanics, with much more. But it's not about just reliving the past. World in Conflict introduced innovative features like tug-of-war multiplayer, airstrikes on enemy positions, the deployment of paratroopers, to launching carpet bombing raids, and tactical nuclear strikes. A sequel could build upon these foundations, introducing new mechanics, units, factions, and even more dynamic environments to keep us on edge. Now let's talk about the RTS community. World in Conflict has a dedicated fanbase that still cherishes this game years after its release. Fans would love to see more from a sequel, such as more campaigns, multiplayer modes, modernized systems, and more of the strategic brilliance that made the original such a classic. Imagine the game being powered by modern graphics and technology. The potential for breathtaking visuals, detailed environments, and realistic explosions that can elevate world and conflict experience to a whole new level. Graphics alone can pique a person's interest. Sadly, I would like to mention that a sequel is highly unlikely considering that the developer is under Ubisoft now. Even with the resurgence in the RTS genre, unless the genre can grow and become popular again, the future is looking bleak for a sequel to World and Conflict. Today we're venturing into the vastness of the galaxy to talk about the epic journey that is Stellaris. It's time for this stellar strategy game to embark on a new chapter with the sequel. Now, let's go ahead and explore why. Let's talk about the expansive gameplay. Stellaris has captivated us with its grand strategy, the sheer depth of galactic exploration, and the intricate diplomacy with other spacefaring species. Now, when this was released, it was pretty bare bones in terms of content, but over the years, Paradox has been giving us some good and some bad DLCs to keep us engaged. A potential sequel could catapult us into a new era of cosmic conquest, introducing a bit more complex mechanics and possibilities while retaining what they have given us in the previous game. But it's not about just revisiting familiar systems. Stellaris has been a beacon of innovation, introducing features like the dynamic species creation, the compelling narrative events, and much more. A sequel could build on these foundations, expanding the horizon of possibilities, and adding fresh mechanics that redefine the interstellar experience within the game. Now let's go ahead and talk about the community within Stellaris, which has a thriving fanbase that literally cherishes this game like no tomorrow. This game is strong because of its heavy modding scene that can change the gameplay mechanics or overhaul the graphics, whichever you may choose. Now, the stories that unfold and the joy of forging your own spacefaring empires within the multiplayer scene, one thing that I can say about the Paradox games in general is that once one person buys the DLC, your friends can join without them having the DLC, so they do get access to it. So it makes the game even better with more longevity because your friends would be like, well, I don't have to buy that DLC, if you get what I mean. And going back to the modding scene literally just adds more freshness to the game to keep the game thrilling and more alive. But because there's a galactic universe, there are still more stories to be told. Stellaris sequel could definitely add more unique stories through its crisis system and more stories with more dormant civilizations offering deeper lore and unforeseen challenges, and the chance to rewrite the cosmic history within your empire. Now, when it comes to graphics, I do believe, to me personally, there's not much they can really push in terms of spacefaring graphics unless they want to go the route of Sins of the Solar Empire or Homeworld 3, which I wouldn't mind at all. But knowing Paradox games, they're not going to push the graphics or details too far at all. So you can depend on mods to get us going on that front. Now, since it almost has been 10 years since Stellaris release, I believe that it is almost about time for them to drop a sequel, considering the fact that the most recent DLCs have been very minimalistic. So let's hope that by either later this year or hopefully next year, we can see a sequel on the horizon, similar to what we see with City Skylines 2. Now let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Now guys, as with most recent Paradox games, it seems that it's time for Hearts of Iron 4 to finally get a sequel. Now, Hearts of Iron 4 was released back in 2016, but during its release window or gaming journey, it has had several DLCs to help increase its lifespan over time. But almost reaching 10 years old, I believe it's time for Paradox to finally release an updated sequel. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about the game itself. Hearts of Iron 4 has immersed us in the complexities of World War II, offering unparalleled strategic depth and historical accuracy, or inaccuracies. You as a player person can control how the world events go. A sequel could bring us forward into new conflicts, new eras such as the Cold War or even the Vietnam War, in even more intricate decision-making scenarios. But now, it's not about just recreating history, it's about redefining it. Hearts of Iron 4 introduced innovative features like the focus tree system, allowing for dynamic and alternate historical paths. A sequel could build upon these foundations, offering new mechanics, improved AI as always, and even more realistic portrayal of the warfare in the game. Consider something similar to Knights of Honor 2, where you attack somebody or attack an enemy and you go into like this 3D strategic battle. That doesn't be the best looking graphics, but it probably a little bit innovated to the Paradox system. Now, believe it or not, even to this day, Hearts of Iron 4 still has a dedicated fanbase that appreciates the game's complexity, historical accuracy, and the joy of rewriting history. Hell, some people play as the weaker nations in order to beat the big guys, which is pretty pretty cool. And again, the modding community with the Steam Workshop is just very strong. I mean, look at mods such as the expanded General Focus Tree, the Road to 56, Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War, and also the Millennium Dawn, a modern day mod. These mods are what keeps the game fresh and new to various players. Now imagine Hearts of Iron 4 depicting the global conflict with new realistic visuals immersing us in the grandeur of war on a scale never seen before. Example, think of the short cutscenes showcasing you bombing a city or naval units disembarking the harbor. Think of it as Total War of the past, where, you know, Total War had agents cutscenes, which kind of immerse you in the game, kind of like just give you like a little cool little scene there. You know, that's how I think Hearts Iron 4 could definitely innovate in that sort of way. So, as Hearts Iron 4 is nearing its 10th year, I believe as of right now, Paradox is currently cooking up a sequel, but it's going to take a couple more years to finally see its release. So let me know, guys, what you guys think of a Hearts Iron sequel. What would you guys do with the game? Let me know in the comment section below. So today we're dropping into the Halo universe to discuss games within the series that left us thirsting for more, which is the Halo Wars series. Could it be time for Halo Wars to gain another sequel? Well, let's go ahead and find out. Halo Wars series brought the intensity of the Halo universe to the strategy genre, offering amazing battles, iconic units, and the chance to command your favorite Halo forces. A sequel could take us even deeper into the lore that fits within the Halo universe, introducing new factions, units, and strategic possibilities. A sequel to the Halo Wars series could evolve the strategy and gameplay. The Halo Wars series, specifically Halo Wars 2, introduced a lot of innovative features like Blitz mode, bringing a fast-paced card twist into the game. The sequel could build on what Halo Wars 1 and 2 brought to the table, or change up gameplay entirely, such as going the tactical route of company heroes, or go the route of Age Empires or StarCraft. This would add fresh ways to experience the strategic brilliance of the Halo Wars universe. Currently, there is so much more stories to be told. Halo Wars 2 left us with questions, mysteries, and a pretty interesting cliffhanger. A sequel could delve into different narratives, expanding the Halo lore and offering a deeper understanding of what battles that shaped humanity within the series. With the resurgence within the RTS genre, and with Microsoft really diving back into the genre with games such as Age of Mythology Retold, Age of Empires 2, and 3 Definitive Editions, I feel as though a sequel could potentially be right around the corner. So let's go ahead and see what's going to happen with the Halo Wars series within the next few years. Continue on with this list, we're venturing into the harsh lands of the Vikings to discuss a game that brings in strategic depth, Northgard. When it comes to Northgard, the game introduced us to a world of Vikings, conquest, survival, and mythological challenges. With the game being on its 5 to 6 year journey, a sequel could expand on the foundation that the first game created. What features could be added to the sequel? Well, because you asked, in new clans, new game modes, and quality of life improvements, to name a few. Northgard innovated with its blend of city building, exploration, and unique victory conditions. A sequel could build upon what Northgard gameplay brought in by introducing new mechanics, challenges, maps, and opportunities for new Viking lords to prove your skill. Now let's talk about the Northgard community. The game is carved a place in the hearts of strategy enthusiasts, with fans praising its beautiful art and engaging gameplay. The game's community is still thriving with about 2,500 to 3,500 players daily, with mod export to add longevity to the game. Consider checking out these mods: Lord of the Rings Northgard, Westeros South and Iron Islands Kingdom, and a quite interesting one, the League of Northgard. Now, Northgard left us with a taste of Norse mythology, with a potential sequel for new journeys into new and different narratives, expanding the lore, and also immersing us with deeper, rich history of other mythologies such as Chinese, Egyptian, Mayan, and many more cultures. Now, because this game is on its 5 to 6 year journey, I believe it's time for a sequel to drop within the next couple of years, and let's hope that it lives up to be the game we always want. Continuing on with this list, I'm going to be diving into the post-apocalyptic world of They Are Billions. After a few years since its release, and popular as it was, I think it's time that we get a sequel to this amazing game. First things first, the gameplay. They Are Billions gripped us with its unique blend of intense strategy, resource management, and relentless onslaught of the undead. A sequel could expand upon this foundation, introduce new challenges, map variations, zombie types, technologies, and much more. They Are Billions brought innovative features to the zombie survival genre. The swarm mechanic, the steampunk aesthetic, and thrilling tensions of holding off waves of infected. A sequel could push the boundaries even further. Now, throughout the game's campaign, you find little snippets of what happened throughout the game's world and how we came to the situation. Now, with a sequel, it could bring us further into figuring out what true evil deeds happen within the game's world. So, as you see, there are still unsolved mysteries and unanswered questions to be answered. A sequel could expand on the narrative and immersing us deeper into the lore of the world teeming with the undead. When it comes to a They Are Billions sequel, it doesn't really need to have the most innovative graphics at all, because I think the game and this type of engine, the graphics are perfect fine just the way they are. I wouldn't mind seeing better visuals if the game does decided to go that route. So gamers and survivors of They Are Billions, whatever you want to call yourselves, even though the video games has been dormant these last couple years, I know for sure that they are secretly working on their next potential sequel, which is probably going to be called They Are Trillions, which will be an amazing improvement to the series. Thank you guys for coming through and watching this video. Let me know what you guys think here in the comment section below. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Peace out. Much love, everybody. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.